and Mohit Lalwani, and the countdown to the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby has indeed begun. We'll start in this show right at the top with the last of our lead-ups, the Ladies Derby. It is the Zoom Indian Oaks.
The Zoom Indian Oaks is known as the Ladies Derby by virtue of the fact that it's run over the Derby distance and is the second most important mile-and-a-half race for 4-year-olds in the country. 10 fillies lined up for the Zoom Indian Oaks in what looked to be a fighting race. Pacey Shroff held the strongest hand of 4 fillies in the field, of which Alma Mater had won the 1,000 guineas, Botswana had run second and Smashing had run fifth. In addition to this, he saddled Volterra, an inexperienced but highly thought-of daughter of Rosine. One of the others that came in with a shout was Romantic, who had run third in the Bangalore Derby over the summer. With the starter setting them off to a level jump, the field settled down to an honest pace.
Start by all the 10, and as they settle down to race, Gossip towards the inside rails takes it up from Volterra, moving into second position. Neath is a very close third towards the inside rails, now being joined by Swift Memories. A length and a quarter further back there's Botswana. Then comes Haunting Fantasy. On the outside, Alma Mater second last of all there's Capriole. As they gallop past the Hornby Willard corner, it's Swift Memories now who leads the field. A length and a quarter in front of Gossip in second position. A length and a half further back there's Haunting Fantasy on the outside. A neck up on the inside rails is Neath. 2 lengths further back there comes Botswana. Then comes Smashing along the inside rails. On the outside Romantic. 2 and a quarter further back is Alma Mater, second last of all Capriole. They're racing past the 1,600 meter marker now, and it's still Swift Memories the leader. A length and a quarter in front of Gossip in second position. Then comes Volterra along with Haunting Fantasy on the outside. A length and further back comes Neath on the inside rails, being joined on the outside by Botswana. A length and a half further back there's Romantic. Towards the inside is Smashing. Then comes Alma Mater, second last of all Capriole. Back to the leaders, it's Swift Memories, still about a length and quarter in front of Gossip in second position. Volterra in the white cap is towards the inside rails, on the outside Haunting Fantasy. A length and a quarter further back as they pass the 1,000 meter marker is Neath. On the outside there is Botswana. Romantic comes next, followed by Smashing, Alma Mater and Capriole in that order as they go past the 800 meter marker. It's hotting up now with Swift Memories barely holding on from Gosling on the outside. Volterra puts her nose in front. He's about length and a quarter in front of Neath in the second position. Smashing coming through in the middle. On the outside Botswana, Haunting Fantasy and Alma Mater also making a presence felt with about 400 meters more to run. It's Volterra now being challenged on the outside by Smashing going ahead. Smashing on the outside, a length and a quarter clear and travelling nicely indeed. Alma Mater has got a lot of running to do with about 150 meters more to run. Smashing is now stretching away from Alma Mater. Smashing wins the Zoom Indian Oaks in great style from Alma Mater finishing up second. Volterra is third as they race past the finish.
Vijay, great result. Lovely to see your colours go past the post first in an Indian classic. Tell us your thoughts.
Well, it's always nice to see my original colours, the black V and the red cap, go past the winning post, particularly in an Indian classic. But I have to say that joy today is partly due to you, because after the Indian 1,000 guineas, everybody told me that Smashing won't even stay a mile. But I think you did some homework and convinced me that she was bred to stay. And when I took a decision to run her in the Oaks, both Pacey and Zen were taken somewhat off guard, but they went along with me and said, we have nothing to lose, let's do it. And she comes and produces a spectacular result. So you were right.
Well, thanks for that. But let's talk about the Derby now. You know, it's such a special race and it's so important to everybody. What are you thinking going into that one now? I know it's early.
Well, I mean, with a filly that has performed over a mile and a half, the way Smashing has performed today, I mean, you have to give her a chance. And there is, they've been fantastic horses in different centres in India. For instance, I heard that the Kolkata Derby was already in the pocket of a particular colt. But clearly things didn't go right. So over a mile and a half, there are a few horses that will perform. And, Smashing has to be one of them after today's result. So let's see what the competition is all about. And once again, whether 2.5 miles will produce the same result.
Yes, I had a lot of abilities in the last straight. In the back, my filly was sleeping, and when I asked her to can very well, I'm very happy because in the Guineas she didn't do her races.
How do you think she'll be prepared for the big one?
Smashing will now be targeted to the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby, and the daughter of Holy Roman Emperor is likely to find many more supporters than she did on the Zoom Indian Oaks Day.
That note, we take a short break, come back, there's plenty more, don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Fly Kingfisher winning post, and continuing with our Derby special. The quest for a McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby champion never really ends, and well, starting early at the juvenile stage, we began looking for our classic hope in the Goolas Poonawalla Million.
The Grade 3 Goolas Poonawalla Million over 1200 meters is often the foundation ground for many classic hopefuls. Instituted in memory of Cyrus's and Zaware Poonawalla's mother, this race was run on the same day as the Zoom Indian Oaks. 10 thoroughbreds came into the paddock, and while many of them were making their debut, there were 3 who had some experience and were considered standout horses in the field. Shararat from Dallas Toddywalla's yard was unbeaten in 2 starts, but was giving way to the rest of the field as well as stepping up in distance. Hachiko from M.K. Jadhav's stable had won his only start so far and looked the part in the paddock to continue his winning ways. Wings of Glory from Adil Daji's stable had run second last time out and was also strongly fancied by his connections. With a great race on the cards, the starters set them away.
To a level start by all the runners. And as they settle down to race, there's a rush for the early lead with Shararat puts her nose in front from Supreme Minstrel in the middle. Towards the rails there is Hachiko in the green cap. Very close behind them is Ashwa Shakti. Angel's Kiss making rapid progress on the outside to be well in touch with the leaders. After that there is Wings of Glory on the outside. Towards the rails there is Set Ablaze, and a length and a quarter behind. Last of all is Ice Empire. Back to the leaders, Shararat about a neck in front of Angel's Kiss. These two are about a length in front of Hachiko. Towards the inside rails, Supreme Minstrel in the middle. On the outside, Wings of Glory. After that there is Ashwa Shakti, Set Ablaze towards the rails, and Ice Empire joining the bunch as they negotiate the bend and straighten up for home. A little over 400 to go, and Shararat is about 2 lengths in front of Supreme Minstrel. Angel's Kiss in the middle. Towards the inside rails there is Hachiko. On the outside is Wings of Glory. Then comes Ice Empire, the widest one of all, with about 300 meters more to run. Shararat is now being challenged on the outside by Hachiko, and these two are about 2 lengths in front of Supreme Minstrel, Angel's Kiss, and Wings of Glory on the outside with about 200 meters more to run. Then Hachiko is now stretched away, a length and a half, 2 in front. Hachiko wins the Goolas Poonawalla Million, about 2.5 lengths in front of Shararat, finishing up second. Then there is Wings of Glory, Ice Empire, and the rest.
Hachiko is the son of nowhere, and the winning trophy was received by Vijay Shirke.
Well, now Hachiko does look like a horse in the classic mold, and next up for him will be the Poonawalla Breeders Multi-Million, staying with the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby. We've got a filly who's going to come all the way from Calcutta. Her name is in the spotlight, and I can tell you she was in the spotlight on Derby Day.
The Grade 1 ever-ready Kolkata Derby over 1.5 miles had the trappings of a match race. In one corner was the Kolkata Monsoon Derby winner Dandified, while in the other was the Kolkata Winter Oaks winner in the spotlight. Dandified was running in Deepak Khetan's silks, while In the Spotlight was owned by Jamshed Appu. With no other serious contender in the field, the Kolkata racing fans buckle down to witness a baptism by fire.
They're all in. They're off and racing for the ever-ready Kolkata Derby Stakes Grade 1. Little slowly off there's Alexander. And as they settle down to race, it's In the Spotlight just ahead of Raznandan in second position. Dandified is a close third towards the inside rails. On the outside making progress is Pedigree Nick. Very close behind them is Danube Valley. Then comes Artemisia. A length away is Royal Blue Star and Alexander making progress on the outside. As they approach the 1,800 meter marker, it's In the Spotlight, still the leader, now being joined on the outside by Danube Valley going ahead. Danube Valley now about a length in front of In the Spotlight in second position. Alexander has brushed up to be well in touch with the leaders. A gap about 2 lengths further back, there's Raznandan. Dandified towards the inside rails. Pedigree Nick on the outside. A length and a quarter further back comes Royal Blue Star and Artemisia together as they come towards the 1,600. Danube Valley now calling the shots, 3.5 lengths in front of In the Spotlight in second position. Alexander is on the outside in a close third spot. Towards the inside rails there, going ahead slightly of Alexander is Raznandan. Dandified not far behind. Then comes Artemisia, Royal Blue Star, and in the rear now losing pace there's Pedigree Nick. Past the 1400 meter marker is Danube Valley, still maintaining about a 2.5 lengths in front of In the Spotlight in second position, who's being joined by Alexander. Not far behind is Raznandan. Towards the inside rails, a length and a quarter away is Dandified. Then comes Royal Blue Star, Artemisia and Pedigree Nick in that order as they come past the 1200 meter marker. Danube Valley is now being joined on the outside by In the Spotlight. A gap about 2 lengths further back there is Raznandan. Dandified moving along the inside rails. A length and a half further back there is Royal Blue Star also gaining ground. 2.5 lengths further back there's Alexander's dropped back. After that there is Artemisia, and out of the reckoning is Pedigree Nick. In the Spotlight now surges ahead about 2.5 lengths in front of Dandified in second position. Working hard to keep up with them is Raznandan as they begin to negotiate the home turn and straighten up for home. In the Spotlight comes in home first, got a useful lead of about 3.5-4 lengths in front of Dandified, working hard to keep up. Then comes Raznandan with about 300 meters more to run. Under the stick, In the Spotlight has still got a handy lead of about 4 lengths in front of Dandified. Others are out of it with about 200 meters more to run there, and In the Spotlight is travelling sweetly indeed and going further and further away from Dandified. In the Spotlight wins the Kolkata Derby in great style. From Dandified is a pause second. After that there is Royal Blue Star, and the rest as there is past the winning post.
In the Spotlight's impressive victory has got all the McDowell's signature Premier Indian Derby contenders keeping one eye on her as she travels to Mumbai for the big day. She was ridden by Martin Dwyer and saddled by Padmanabhan, as will be the case in Mumbai on the first Sunday in February.
I'm very happy. She's already won 2 derbies now, and I'm very happy. I dedicate this victory to my other trainer who's not anymore, Nana. And of course, I thank Paddy for the victory, and Sharmila, his wife, who stayed all the while in Calcutta looking after her. Martin just told me today morning that she could win a Group 3 today in England. So then we were very confident.
I think she's one of the best fillies I've trained, and today's her win was very impressive. I would put her in among one of the best horses in India today. See, generally, you know, you try to pick the horse for a particular race, and that was a week ago. She was so versatile. She could come back of 1 week and do it, and she did it in such a style. The second horse is a very, very good horse. He is probably the best colt in Calcutta, and beating him so convincingly is an exceptional performance. Like, you should put her like something like Sachin Tendulkar, all-time greats.
Special moments, I'll tell you, when she was a baby, she had very bad colic, she was going to die, My husband was in England and I was looking after the horse. I was in panic what to do, but timely effort of getting the vet at the right time, and we saved her, never dreaming that today we would win this race. So that to me was the biggest satisfaction of having taken care of her that time. I only hope now we can go to Bombay and win the Indian Derby.
Yeah, it's a great feeling to be in Calcutta. It was a massive crowd today, a lot of excitement surrounding this race, and I knew I had a good chance of winning. I thought I'd win. I didn't think I'd win that easy, but it's a great feeling. She's a very good horse. My game plan was to kick on and make it a test of stamina, and I did that, and I think it just found him out, and my filly was too good.
Well, in the spotlight, we'll take on the very best on Derby Day. We'll bring you that action, but before we get there, we'll take a short break. Come back right here on the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. Welcome back to the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. Now, the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby isn't just a horse race, it's, in fact, a style statement.
Hi, I'm Siddhartha Malia, and I'm here at the Mahalakshmi Racecourse looking forward to the weekend of the 4th and 5th of February for the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby. We know that the event's all about the sport and these beautiful creatures here, but what it also stands for is signature style. It's been described as the playground of the bold and the beautiful, and I'm here today to show you just how to stand out and be as bold and beautiful as possible. Good selection here, I see. Grey suit. So I've got my first look all picked out. I'll go and put this on and I'll be back in a second. So here we have it. Here's my first signature bold look for the Indian Derby. I've gone with what, you know, one would traditionally associate with horse racing, and that be it a simple two-button suit. As it's in February, it's going to be a hot day, a sunny day here in Mumbai. I've gone for a light-coloured suit, grey with checks on it. It goes well with a nice light blue shirt, which goes well with the matching yellow and yellow tie and pocket square. As I said, it's a summer day. It's good to have summer colours involved, and I think the yellow really brings out the whole colour of the event, as well as the colour of the suit, and it's a good complement, like the sun and sky, with the shirt. Simple brown shoes. Just a tip to all you men out there who are going to wear a suit for the Derby, you must make sure your suit is well cut. There's nothing worse than a bad fitting suit. As you can see, the trousers are properly tapered to my leg, and the jacket fits superbly, snugly on the shoulders, and is cut properly around the waist. So there you have it. Here's my first look. I'm now going to go and get look number 2 for you, so stay tuned.
Well, really hot.
Time for number 2.
Yeah, what you
so
gonna wear?
I'm gonna go these trousers, the white linen ones.
Nice.
Yeah, this shirt will go nicely with it, and this jacket.
This one?
That one.
Okay.
And this tie, I think, to finish the look off.
Yeah.
Look very nice.
Shoes?
LV.
All right.
That's looking good. So this is the second look. I will get out of this one into the second one and be back in a second. So here we have my second bold look for the Derby. I've again gone with the jacket. I've gone with the jacket look, and again with the, you know, the yellow pocket square, because it's nice to bring out some colour in the event. Here, this is a little bit more casual than the suit, but still it's looking pretty dapper. You know, you've got the white linen trousers teamed with the navy blue blazer. The shirt complements the blazer very well, as in you've got the dark blue pinstripes, which go well with the blazer, but as well with the white collar and cuff. matches the trouser. The tie, I've gone for a very neutral color today. Nothing too shiny or nothing too bright because, you know, I mean, it's a dark jacket. You don't want something that's going to radiate too much. But again, this is probably the more casual look for the Derby and probably about as casual as I would go. But, you know, it is probably one of my favorite looks, this. It's very easygoing, and especially on the day of the Derby, it will be a rather hot day. So if you can wear linen, then it's going to be a great help because, you know, you don't want to sweat too much. So here we go, the last final look.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
So I'm over this shirt.
All right.
The Jodhpurs.
Oh,
jacket.
Nice.
And the boots.
All right, let's go for the boots.
So here we have my third and final outfit for the day. I hope you like it as much as the previous two. I'll be back in just a second to take you through this one as well. Well, here I am with the third of my signature looks for the Indian Derby. Completely contrary to the last two looks, I've gone completely all out and changed here today. We start with the white Jodhpur trousers, which, as you know, always had a significance to do with horse racing, and teamed up with the brown boots gives a very horse racing jockey feel to it. I've gone again with the white shirt because, as I said, it's going to be a hot day and the sun's going to be shining, and I think white's a colour which, you know, can be used especially when the sun's out, as anyone can pull it off and it goes with pretty much anything. Finally, and my favourite accessory of the day is my jacket, made by my friend, the great designer Arjun Khanna. It's got a real horse racing feel to it. As you can see, it's a double button jacket, but unlike the other two, it has straps which go around the middle, which just gives it a bit of a quirky edge. You know, they say this is about the playground of the bold and the beautiful, and the more quirky one can dress, I guess, the better. So this is my third outfit for the day. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks. Well, I hope you've enjoyed yourself here as much as I have. There were my three looks for the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby. Before I leave you here today, let me give you a quick list of do's and don'ts for the big day. As I've said all along, do wear white. White is a great colour, as I said, and it can be teamed with anything. If you are going to wear a tie, gents, do wear a matching pocket square. You know, the combination really does add a lot more colour and charm to the whole look. And if there are going to be some don'ts, try and avoid wearing any heavy material. The day has known to get quite hot. It's a long day. Avoid wearing heavy material that's going to make you sweat. Something that one never really remembers, but it is a hot day. There's a lot of glare. You're going to be watching horse racing. Make sure you have your sunglasses with you. Thanks a lot and enjoy yourself on the big day.
Well, and that's all we have on this episode of the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. Do join us next week. We'll bring you more heading towards the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby. Till I see you then, thanks for joining me. And as always, may the horse be with you. Goodbye.
Fly Kingfisher Winning Post is powered by the Serum Institute of India and Hirco Industries.